It's a 5 p.m. evening show with Regan and Thomas. Got lots of exciting stuff coming up for us. Thomas, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I had a really good sleep.
Excellent. Well, wow, what a day it's been so far. The balloons are flying, some all landing. We're going to get into it a little bit. Let's just have our first look at the tracking before we get to the interviews and just see what's been going on today as we bring the tracks to you on the screen. There we go. Thomas, just give us a quick rundown before we get into the detail.
Yeah, we'll get to the details later, but you can see we have a leader pack up around here. So here's a pack of about 5 balloons, which are really in the front. And then you have the ones who are following them on their toes. You know, they are a little bit like they're coming from the back, to see where what they are doing up there. These balloons all have landed here, what you have seen, and we have one lone wolf here, and that's Gerald with Austria 1. But we get later to that one.
It's going to be a great show. Stick around, share it out amongst your friends. Drop in your questions as well. We want to hear what you want to know. But first, let's catch up with a noon update from Swiss 2.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody from the basket of Switzerland 2. We are in the middle of Hungary, just in front of the Plattensee, and I'm switching the camera. So you see the Plattensee just right in front of us. So we are going to cross it straight in the middle. But what you also see is also a lot of humidity in the air. You see also a bit of convection here in the background, and zooming into it. Topics with which we are going to deal with later in the day and in the night. Camera again, back, it's me. René is currently sleeping, preparing for the night, so he is having a bit of rest. It's going to be an interesting night and a deciding night. Obviously, the weather situation has changed considerably with that high altitude, low pressure system depression moving a little bit to the south and influencing whatever we see here, attracting a lot of humidity. And we'll see what it brings, and we have an idea, and we're going to be talking again either tonight or then tomorrow morning. Have a good one and enjoy yourselves, and happy landings to all the crews still flying, and enjoy your evenings to everybody on the ground. Bye-bye.
I keep mentioning it, Thomas, but the quality of the images and the videos we get now with the Starlinks, it's really incredible, isn't it?
Well, first of all, the quality of what they are sending us. They show us, they explain about the convective activity, the clouds. But what I'm most surprised about, these guys are up there already 48 hours, something like that, so almost 2 days, in really high altitudes, and they look in quite good shape.
Yeah.
So they had to get quite some rest.
We've got quite a good little Starlink story. We'll tell you about that a little bit later. Producer Mark, have you got any questions for us?
Yeah, we actually have 2 questions here. The first one is actually 2 questions in one from Chur asking, how do the teams communicate via satellite or Starlink?
So they communicate through multiple sources, let's say this way. First of all, they have the air traffic radio to communicate with air traffic control. That's the main communication thing. And then they do communicate through WhatsApp if they have a regular signal, and if they don't have that signal, then they switch to Starlink or other satellite providers to get in touch with their command center.
Hope that answers your question. The next one, Mark?
And he has another one in there. Are they allowed to land into the water to get the furthest distance, or do they have to land on land?
You know a little bit about landing in water, Thomas.
I know. So I can tell you the last time I landed in water, and it was fortunately just once, I got 0 result. And that applies to everybody.
Yes. So how deep does the water have to be? I mean, what about a puddle?
No, so a lake or sea is considered as water. A puddle probably not. A river, I think there would be some debate about that.
Yeah.
But I see that, Mark, do you have another question? I see, right?
Yeah, Akim is also asking how much ballast is it required as a minimum to have a safe landing?
Minimum safe landing ballast. It's really, really dependent on what time of the day you are landing, what is the area you are landing in. There's a lot of factors. Theoretically, you can land with no ballast. It's possible if you have like the Great Plains around, let's say Hungary. You have a morning where you have a stable air. Then you can land basically with almost no ballast left. But I would consider 2 bags as something where I wouldn't have to change my underwear afterwards.
Let's check in with Spain and see how their day has been going.
Hey, good
Hi,
morning.
buddy. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing?
Good. We just entered into Croatia and we crossed during the night the last part of Germany, Austria. Unfortunately, the Austrian Alps we only saw them during the night with the moon, and Slovenia. So now we are aiming the north part of Montenegro and looking forward to arrive in Serbia sometime somewhere and keep our travel.
Good. Okay. Greetings to our crew also, that they are doing a long drive. Bye bye. See you not soon, I hope.
Yeah, thanks to the Spain guys. And you flew with them, didn't you, to get that license?
Yes, I flew with them some 2 years ago. We flew basically from Burgkirchen over the Alps at night to Murska Sobota in Slovenia. So they are used to flying over the Alps overnight. And they didn't see much, or we didn't see much back then either.
Let's get back into the action then. Thomas will tell us what's going on right now.
So if you take a look at this map, you see these red countries, they are out of bounds. And then you see the blue countries. And the blue countries are the countries which are not permitted to fly at night. So Bulgaria and Greece have not given us permission to fly at night. So it's a little bit of a tricky situation. You need to find the right door opener, let's say it this way, to come into this country. So you have to be there ideally right after sunrise, so you can fly until sunset in the countries and do the most of your distance. And here you see Kosovo, which is kind of a let's say obstacle in the way, and we get to that when we go more details into the tracks.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff. We did a live call with Swiss One with Kurt and Pascal. Let's see how their flight's going. Joining us live by Zoom, Kurt and Pascal, Swiss One. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hi together. Hello together.
So give me a little recap of your flight so far.
Well, actually, we wanted to be in Sweden now, but that didn't really work out as planned, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we had actually both strategies going on, and we tried at the beginning to be in parallel so that we still can choose. And as soon as we saw that the Sweden-Norwegian challenge was a little bit too high for us also, we decided to go after the other strategy, and that's where we are now. So picking up from the back, and as a good strategy, always being coming from the back and see what the others do.
And how is your situation? I know you don't give too much away during these interviews, but are you with supplies? Are you where you are? What can we ask? We're never going to get a straight answer, but how are you feeling? Are you feeling confident?
Well, we are still in a good mood, I would say. We still have good food, we have water, we are on a good sunny or almost sunny height, so yeah.
You're
The wind's
in
a little bit unstable, so that's a little bit a problem. We have a strategy to follow the direction, but the winds are not so stable, so it's not so easy to follow the track. But yeah, we do our best.
Well, you're in shirt sleeves, so it's not too cold at that altitude right now with your sunshine.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, but I'm not a good measurement, I am always a little bit more lighter in clothing than others. You see that on our side, huh?
I'm a little bit sweating, but for the sponsor we do everything.
Exactly. Always sponsors first, my friends. Always. Do you have a view of how this afternoon will play out for all the teams that are still in flight?
Can you repeat that again? I didn't
Yes.
get the
Do you have any opinion about what we are expecting over the next few hours before sunset?
Well, it will be interesting to see, because some teams, they are like traveling back. Huh?
Yes.
They get some wind streams which bring them back, so they have to decide: are they stay up in the air and lose some kilometers, or are they going to land? Then others are trying to get closer, I think, to what we also try to go to Bulgaria. But the topic is there certainly the nighttime
Yes.
challenge. So maybe there will be maybe one or two teams landing this evening, but the other ones, I guess, they will go through the night.
Yes. Thank you for all the great content, by the way, you are posting, and the pictures, and this stable video now is quite impressive.
Yeah, with Starlink, it's absolutely a game changer. All the time, internet doesn't care. We have enough batteries, so with the fuel cell is no problem. So that's really great.
Does this make a change to your strategy? Does this make a change to what you can plan and how you can react, having this constant connection?
Yeah, when you have all the time connection to your team, then you don't lose time by connecting. When it's something important, is something important, then you lose time by connecting with the sat phone, and now it's really great. Just call them and ask. That's great.
And you may remember the time when we also had some issues with the tracking.
Yes.
Sometimes tracker were showing up, sometimes not, and so on. So all this has also gone. So I'm also happy with the whole tracking system. And what we get as feedback from the crowd on the ground, I mean, they are also quite enthusiastic how they can follow us, how good that works. So I think we are really there on a professional way to bring that to the people, but also do that as a competition, really, with all the possibility we have.
And am I right in thinking once towards the Black Sea, nighttime flying is not allowed?
That's correct, yeah.
So that's going to really mix things up a little bit, right? As we get... we talked about that in the basket, Gordon, myself. The challenge is certainly going to be also for future Gordon Bennetts. How is the airspace regulation, and how are the controlling bodies actually, how are they behaving, and how is this developing? Because this is actually probably the biggest danger, besides that we are getting less and less pilots into gas ballooning, but this is certainly a second point which will bring the danger a little bit to Gordon Bennett. Yeah, it's very interesting indeed. And do you know, there's a report flying around on German media right now about a UFO, a unidentified flying object, which is causing lots of controversy. It's you guys, it's Swiss One.
Oh, hello, we are here.
The imaginations of the copywriters of 24-hour news are going crazy right now.
Unbelievable, huh? Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yes. So here we are, live call with the aliens in the sky. Do you come in peace?
Yeah, we come in peace. Yes,
guys, thank you for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. We watch with bated breath to see how your day develops. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice one.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. See you.
Oh, yes, the aliens. Here we are, 43 hours into the flight. Your top three right now are all around 970 kilometers. There's nothing in it. It's France 2, Germany 2, GBR 2. In the top eight on the leaderboard are all over, more or less over 900 kilometers. 13 still flying, Thomas. Big game, Hardy.
Yeah, and it's a tight race. It's great, and how also, like, as Kurt and Pascal said, I mean, being in the back is not really the worst position, you know, because you can really, really see what the guys are doing in front of you, and whoever lands, you can land just 100 meters further. So although it probably was not the primary strategy, they are not in a bad position. But I also talked to a lot of teams with the Starlink they are having, which is great for us.
Yeah.
It consumes a lot of energy. So a lot of pilots have upped their game in terms of electric supply.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Austria 2 has a huge solar panel providing 200 watts.
Yeah.
So this is some things which need to be done, because if you have more stuff, you need more energy.
Some people have asked, why you're not contacting this team or that team. We do contact all the teams, and we do ask them all to get in touch with us. So, some of them are a little bit busy and some of them have got other things to do, but we always bring you the content of the ones we can get in touch with. Producer Mark, you've got some more questions?
I actually have a new question from YouTube. We have a new viewer from southern Germany who got into the whole Gordon Bennett spirit after seeing balloons flying over his house yesterday, and he's asking, when does the race end, and what time can we expect that to happen, and what's the decision on the winner?
I think there's a saying in the States, the game isn't over until the fat lady sings, or the opera is not over until the fat lady. Yeah. But this is also here the case. As long as there's one balloon in the air, the race goes on. And you never know. You don't have to be the last one to land in order to win, but the last one determines when the race is over. So I would suspect tomorrow night probably the race is over, but you never know, especially with Gerald, who was not very high. He may have enough energy to fly another day, so either tomorrow night or on Wednesday.
Talking about him, shall we have a look at what he's been up to? Let's get him on screen and see what Gerard's going on with this little mystery up in the top left at the moment.
Here you see Gerald. I mean, first of all, he went away from Metz to take a look into the Champagne. I don't know if he fueled there some bottles or something like that. And then he went back. He came by Metz. We saw him actually from our window. Went up into the German Koblenz area, and then here north of Frankfurt, there he was quite in some airspace, but everything clean and very good cooperation with the controllers there. And now he's continuing this way. I think his strategy must have been to get the northerly wind to Sweden. That's what I suspect. I don't know. And he's now looking into a different strategy. If he's still competing, which I strongly believe, knowing him, there will be a frontal system coming in, and this frontal system will bring stronger winds, and I think he will try to ride these stronger winds tomorrow.
And this is Austria 1, isn't it, for all the teams watching back at home?
That's Austria 1, exactly.
If you want to follow all the action, you can. You can follow it 24 hours a day, live.gordonbennett.aero. It's all there for you, all the stats and figures, altitudes and the speeds as well. Let's catch up with Great Britain too, and Tom has been bringing us some great content. Let's see what he's been up to.
Good morning from northern Croatia. You can see here in Spain 1 and Nelfo and Angel, and between us and them are Eric and Benoit in France 2 above the clouds, and Germany 2 with Benny and Nicholas, all sort of skirting this river here. Yeah, we've finally done the basket tidy after 2 days in the air. This is it looking tidy. Sorry. And Debbie was just napping and getting caught up in her cannula of oxygen. But yeah, it's quite pleasant out here in Croatia, and Debbie's just got up, and they're up there on the Spanish team.
That wasn't something I thought I'd see.
No, and between us and them are the Germans and the French.
Oh, okay.
But they're above the
1, 2,
clouds.
3.
Yeah, so for all 4 of us after 2 days in the sky. So I wonder how long it'll stay like that. But we shall see. And
Oh, it's getting cold again already.
yeah, a little bit fresh up here, but we'll see. But it's very beautiful today. I think we're feeling a little bit better now. We were very tired and maybe oxygen deprived this morning, so we're both on oxygen. And the balloon's flying reasonably steady, reasonably level now, where we've been where we think we should have it. And I guess we'll know tomorrow if we're right in that or not. But we're definitely having fun. And yeah, I mean, I'm running out of things to say, but the internet's a bit patchy, so whether this video will get to you or not, I don't know. But we do have a Starlink, but we're trying to save our batteries at the moment, and maybe we use it later, maybe we don't. Just adds another level into the adventure. And I'm sure you'll hear my monologuing again soon. Anyway, from a picnic basket in the sky, we sign off.
Yeah, thanks, Tom and Deborah. 13 flying. Thomas going into the third night. Should we have a look at the winds? See what's going on?
let's take a look in the winds, what we have to expect. So here you see the pack. I mean, as we said, the leader pack followed by Swiss 2. You can see that Poland went lower. I suspect that this is a landing pattern. Who knows? Or they want to get into a better position. I don't know. Nevertheless, you see that there is just the blue shading you see here is a slower wind, and the green shading is faster wind. Orange is even more fast. And you see the Swiss are back there quite in a good wind pattern. This wind pattern moves like this. Yeah, so you see that the Swiss will get into the orange wind pattern sooner than these guys down here. And you also see that they are right now positioned for their position in quite an optimal way for the wind pattern to move along, because here the dark blue, you don't move at all. So it's quite tricky. And if we take a look at the Stuwe, which is a aeronautical way of seeing different winds in different altitudes and temperature, you see temperature on the ground where they are right now is close to 30 degrees. They are somewhere in 4,000 meters. So here they have around 0 degrees. That's also the reason they don't have to have that much clothes on. But here you see the wind, and the wind on the ground is coming from the southwest. Then it's turning to the southeast. Then it's turning back to the southwest, and on the top it's from the northwest. So you see that it's a tricky wind situation, and nowhere really a real quick wind with 50 kilometers an hour, just around 20 kilometers, and that's what they are battling around. So you have a quick wind somewhere around 2,000 meters, and then the quick wind starts around 4,200 meters again. So that's what they have to make use of.
Stick around, we've got loads of great content before the end of the show. We've got a visit to the French headquarters. But before that, we caught up with Noah and Brenda with USA 1 just after their landing. Let's check it out. All right, I'm joined with USA 1, Brenda Callishaw and Noah Foden are here, back on the ground. Good morning, you two.
Good morning.
Good morning, Regan.
Good morning. I can hear somebody else with you.
Yeah, we actually ended up having some people from the local balloon club show up and say, we heard a balloon landed here, so we came to help. So we have a lot of help.
Absolutely
and they're hard at
amazing.
work over there getting the envelope all packed away. So
That is so cool. That's so cool. So tell me, give me a recap on your race, team. Let's hear all about it.
well, it was a very slow first night and first day, and it was trying our patience a little bit. Wanted to go fast. We love to go fast. Obviously, it took some time, and started going a little quicker today and over the night, but I had to cut it a little bit short on this one, unfortunately.
Yeah, Brenda?
Yeah, no, it really was a great flight. And it really was something that would test your patience quite a bit, because it was very tempting to try to figure out what.
Oh, somebody's moved your Starlink. They're back.
Barbara.
You're back. It's okay. Yeah, so that guy behind came and grabbed the Starlink.
Yeah, that's what happened.
They're very efficient.
They're backing up.
Yeah.
You're back now. We love it. This is what it's all about, isn't it? Isn't it incredible, though, that we can have this conversation? Where are you? Where are you right now?
We are in Germany. I think we're southeast of where are we?
Nuremberg.
Nuremberg. Yeah, we're southeast of Nuremberg.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on a farm, and there's a lot of farming equipment going up and down this road as well. They're in the process of harvesting right now.
There's probably going to be a very large truck coming by in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was there actually. I was very close to where you are now. Just a few weeks ago, we were passing from one event to another. I don't even remember. But so the overall experience for you, this Gordon Bennett 2025, a little bit shorter than you thought, but some incredible memories, eh?
Overall, an awesome experience. Such breathtaking, sunrises and sunsets, and full moon last night was just completely stunning. I had hoped we'd be able to see the eclipse, but we'll have to see it from the ground. That's okay. No, it was amazing to fly with 24 balloons in the same race. I mean, that's obviously pretty historic right there. I think it's only been one other time in the history of this race that's happened. So
yes.
Pretty cool to fly with that many great balloonists from around the world.
And do you have any ideas or thoughts about the rest of the day with the rest of the teams?
I haven't even had a chance to look. I don't know where everybody is. I'll definitely be watching though with bated breath.
Yeah.
And then we're going to see you back here. Are you coming back to the launch center, the ground zero? We'll look forward to seeing you.
We will probably be back this evening unless our crew decides to take us on a fun adventure.
All right then. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you this evening for a cocktail, perhaps.
Oh, that'd be great.
There we go. Oh, you're already starting. Well, it's great to see you and our friend in the purple shirt behind you. He's now a big superstar around the world. So it's good to see him too.
That is Michael.
Is it Michael? He's got a great story to tell. Well, I just did a little selfie video, you two frozen on the screen with him with the Starlink in his hand. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Anything else I can do to help? Let us know.
Oh, Michael, absolutely, you can save me a glass of that champagne.
Thank
we
you.
do have a nice bottle from our crew to give to the landowners, so we'll be opening this shortly.
I don't see any label on it. Is it unlabeled or is it just at the wrong side of the bottle?
No,
I think it may have.
It's just a huge bottle.
It may have come off. I'm not sure.
No, that's
Yeah.
cute.
Right.
That's how I received it.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
So we received it. Well, listen, have a great day, guys. Thank you very much for your time and thank you for your sporting nature. We'll look forward to seeing you later. Thank you.
Thanks. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, great stuff there with Noah and Brenda. Always great to catch up with them. Great team, eh, Thomas?
I like them a lot, and you can see that there's a lot of harmony in the whole team, from the chase crew to the pilots. It's a great team. And Noah, by the way, is also a good friend of mine from the United States. I was flying with him already.
He's an aeronautical engineer, isn't he?
He is, yes.
Very good at building flying things. Let's go back to the screen and see what's going on here, Thomas.
So I show you here two different trajectories. Here, this is the trajectory of Swiss 1. They are somewhere around Graz, and if they fly on the higher path, they get more to the southern part of the Balkans, so to Bosnia Herzegovina, Montenegro maybe. They have to take care of Kosovo. This will be an obstacle for them, so they will have to kind of steer around it, either to the south or to the north. But they are quite nicely on a trajectory down to Greece. If they fly lower, they basically follow the pack, and they will go around Belgrade and Sobibor, going into Bulgaria and maybe also to Greece. So the question is what track they will be choosing on. And then we have the pack as such, so I'm calling the leaders the pack. So they are already here in Hungary. They would be flying over Belgrade. They stay well away from the Kosovo and flying down, I would say, also into Bulgaria and maybe Greece. And you see the different altitudes don't vary that much that it makes a huge difference. So we will see what they will do. It's for sure, it's quite interesting. And I think this night, this pack will spread out a little bit because some will go on this strategy and some on this strategy. So I think they will split a bit.
Keep your questions coming in. We always like to hear what you want to know. It's an interactive, dynamic system we've got going on. So bring the messages to us, bring the questions, and we'll answer them as best as we can. So back to the skies with Germany 2 while they were taking a little bit of lunch.
So we're going to have lunch now. We have chicken curry rice, or chicken and curry rice. We have gourmet forest stew with meat. We have instant noodles, chicken flavor.
I show you. You see, it's right short before the explosion. So.
And then here we have the jet boil, which we'll use to heat up the water.
So I will, just a second, I will open it. Better.
And then we will enjoy a hot beer in 4,430 meters above. Where are we? Croatia? No, not anymore. Hungary.
Hungry.
Hungary.
Passt ja.
Yeah.
You're hungry?
I'm hungry, so...
Over hungry?
Hungry.
Also, wie ihr seht, die Stimmung ist gut hier oben. Und wir machen mal ein bisschen was zu essen.
Auf die nächsten 40 Stunden.
Genau. Also unser Ziel ist immer weiter, immer weiter. Jetzt sag mal nochmal Tschüss.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
So many pieces, Thomas, that make this game work. You know, you've got the balloons in the sky, you've got the chase crews, you've got all the help and support on the ground with the command centers. And you've done work with command centers in the past.
Yeah, I've done a couple of times. I've done command centers for various teams, also for more than one team at once. It's quite an important and interesting work. Obviously, the decisions are always taken in the basket, but you have to provide the pilots with alternatives. You can go into this altitude, then you go this, and then they had to decide where to go. It's very, very complex. You need a lot of good people there because you cannot do 24 hours with one person, and you need also different skills. You need a meteorologist there or somebody who knows meteorology very well. You need somebody who knows ATC very well, and you need people who understand what a gas balloon can or cannot do.
Yeah. Well, just after the morning show, we took a ride out in the cars with the whole team up to the French headquarters, about an hour away near Nancy. Let's check out what goes on at HQ with France. So it's a great honour to be invited to the command centre of all the French teams, and Bastian's here with me. How are you, my friend?
Good, thank you.
Tell everybody where we are. What is this location?
We are in Nancy, close to Nancy, Vendredi-Nancy, in the command center for all 3 French balloons.
And we have to be quiet. There's a lot of intense activity happening behind. In general terms, can you tell me what is happening here?
So, 1 crew for each French balloon, plus mutualized expertise. And each of these crews is tracking and defining a strategy, it's a flight strategy for their crew, and managing the communications with the balloons.
And this is happening 24 hours a day?
Yeah, 24 hours a day, all race long.
Let's go next door and we'll give these guys some space to continue.
Great.
So it is very special to get that access and to be inside the command center. It's a very tense room.
Yes, it is. It is, or tense, focused. Let's say focused, very focused, and with the high intensity work.
Yeah, it's not a game, eh? I mean, it's a sport, but it's a big prestige, and everybody wants to win as well. And the 3 French teams all in one room. Have the French teams always worked together as a team?
Oh, each balloon has its own strategy, but there is communication, and there is a mutualized expertise for weather and ATC, for example. But each balloon has its own team working on its own strategy.
So 2 French teams still in the air without giving away any secrets. How is the feeling? Is the confidence good?
For me, it's good because Friend 3, I was working with Friend 3 has landed, and I have no close information for the 2 remaining balloons, so I cannot talk about anything, but I feel confidence. Maybe Etienne or someone else can give further feelings, but I've never felt anything over pressure or intensity and focus and enthusiasm.
And were they happy with their landing? Everything was fine?
Everything was fine. Yeah. Great. Safety. Yeah.
Merci, monsieur.
Merci.
I'm here with Etienne, and tell me, what is your role? You're the director for Eric and Benoit, right?
Yes, I'm doing the strategy and the trajectories with 2 other guys for Eric and Benoit, the France 2.
You were asking me earlier what are my favourite teams. I can tell you when I make my cup of tea in the morning at home, I have Eric and Benoit's face on the fridge as I get out the milk. So I see them every day.
Sure, they are the best.
They are the best, and that's the reason we're here in Metz after their incredible win in Albuquerque. Were you involved in this as well?
Yes. We are already in the same configuration. We are the same team than the team I was before for the victory.
And how is the feeling? Is everything where it should be right now in your mind? Is the game under control?
I think the game is under control, and I think we are now in the money time, and the strategy are very important to find the best way and to find the longer distance.
Yeah, it's not over yet. No, there's a lot of decisions to be made, a lot of action still to come. It's a very interesting year.
Yes, they flew very high, long time in high altitude. And probably they are tired for everybody, for the team. And now the strategy will be to be the stronger for the last hours.
And what is your initial connection? How did you originally get involved in the Gordon Bennett? For you,
it's my 4th time, and it's a human adventure with our friends, and it's incredible. Victory or not victory, it's the same thing. We are in human history.
Absolutely, it is. Thank you for your time. Merci beaucoup.
You're welcome.
And I'm here with Enric Moza, and we first met at the World Championships hot air ballooning.
Yeah, right. That was a great time. We were all the week on TV, and I had a special souvenir from there, where my best launch of a marker was filmed by you.
Yes.
And I got it saved on my computer.
We saw it the other day as well.
Yeah.
It was a good time. All the French team were in good high spirits with the striped jerseys. This is a lot more intense, isn't it? With the Gordon Bennett, the focus feels harder.
Yeah.
What is your role?
In hotel balloon?
Yeah, in the Gordon Bennett.
Yeah, it's the same as hotel balloon. I'm co-piloting, and I'm mostly in the computer.
Yes.
So my main skills is computer engineering. I'm working on tools for hotel balloons.
Yes.
And it's true that Gordon Bennett is also being oriented by more ballooning, hotel balloon things, because we are trying to get more precise.
Yes. Oh, merci, monsieur. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah, big thanks to the French headquarters giving us access behind the scenes like that. It's there's a lot going on, Thomas. It's not easy for them to allow us in.
Yeah, it's a big secret what is happening there, and they probably put on some screens which are not that critical, so the other teams who are watching now our Gordon Bennett TV don't see any secrets.
Yes.
So yes, this is race command for them, and they are doing all the calculations on ballast, on weather, on ATC, on and how is the weather en route, because you have to see if you go now into the night, you have more or less 10 hours where a landing at night is more difficult than a landing at day. So that's all what they are doing right now.
So, Florian, you've got some more questions for us.
Yes, I have 2 more questions. One question on Facebook is, how long do the oxygen bottles last that the pilots use when they are that high?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is. Depends how much you're...
So I spoke to a couple of teams, and they were all aware that they will have a long flight, a long high flight. So most of the teams took big tanks of oxygen with them, which will last them, I would say, a good 60 hours up in the air.
Yeah, the teams were telling us earlier that it gets quite critical at high altitude when you're sleeping, that if you're not breathing through your nose and taking the oxygen in, you've got to be aware that your teammate there is sleeping and actually breathing properly.
Yes, you have to watch each other. You have the pulse oximeter on usually all the time, and you check on each other how good your blood oxygen is. In this altitudes, it's very, very important not to get hypoxia.
And another question.
Yeah, the second question is, how did they manage all of this in the earlier years before all these new technologies were available?
They had much more guts, let's say it this way. So in the race is already here since 1908. So in 1908, you didn't even have correct weather predictions.
Yes.
I mean, it was really, really interesting to see them flying, and sometimes they flew over the sea without even knowing whether they will return. So these were real adventurers that changed a little bit with better weather predictions. Then with radio coming in, some people were radioing to the air traffic controllers to get some more weather or so. I would say up to the late 80s or mid 90s, this was really, you didn't have a GPS to see where you exactly are.
Yeah.
If you were flying over fog, you had no clue about where you are. So it was a real, bigger adventure than it is today. Let's say it this way.
We've mentioned it in previous shows in previous years, but it's always a great point to come back to. Before the GPS and all the tracking, when they landed, how did they prove their distance?
So in the earlier years, they had to get an official to give them a proof that they have landed there. It was either a policeman or something like that who had to sign a piece of paper saying, yes, they have landed here. And then from the 80s onwards, for about 20 years, the chase crew had an observer with them. I was an observer for a couple of years myself, and you drove with different chase crews to the landing site, and you certified that this landing happened exactly here. And this was then brought back to the command center. You sometimes didn't know 2 days after the landing who really won, because you had to wait until all the reports come back in.
Yeah, I mean, in hot air ballooning, you're in this a lot of the times in the same county of where you took off from, and you landed. You can get into some tense times with farmers or people who own the land. Why are you landing here? Who gave you permission? It's a whole different game when you're landing in a different country with no language communication. I mean, there must have been some instances in the past where it's got a little bit tense as teams have landed.
Oh, there were multiple teams who were arrested, who were in prisons. The last one was sometimes in 2008, they were in Algeria in prison. So, there's a lot of stories. So if you look into the history books of Gordon Bennett, there was a lot of stories where people had to walk for 3 days through the jungle, or not the jungle, but deep forest. Somebody landed in the middle of Canada, not knowing where they are. They walked for 3 days until they found a street.
Incredible. Eh? Well, we're building stories now for you. We've got another question from Florian.
Yeah, we have another question regarding the situation with Greece and Bulgaria. What happens if they are still in the air over those countries at night?
So you have to divide that in two parts. The first part is the part of the air law or of the governing body of Greece or Bulgaria. They may give them permission to fly at night. That may happen. That there is a very friendly air traffic controller who will say, okay, it's fine with me to fly.
That's a case by case, though, isn't it?
That's a case by case, and they may give it to the first balloon, but not to the second balloon.
Wow.
And in order to prevent this, let's say, arbitrarity, or how you call this?
Disparity?
Disparity, yes, exactly. To prevent that, we closed it for the race to fly at night in these airspaces, because we cannot guarantee that it will be a level and even playing ground for everybody. So from a race perspective, if you fly at night there, you will receive no result.
Wow.
From a legal perspective, it might be perfectly fine to fly there.
Yeah. So even if they do get permission and fly there, no results.
Exactly, yes.
So don't do that then.
Nope, it wouldn't be good.
So
unless it's safer to stay in the air than to land.
Right. Yeah, of course. All stuff to go. Florian, have you got anything else for us there?
Yes, a new question has got in. Given the altitude at which the gas balloons fly and the variable ambient temperature, do the pilots have a view of the pressure within the balloon envelope?
It's a very good question. No, they don't. The pressure in the envelope is always the same as the ambient pressure. So the pressure there, because the envelope has an opening on the lower end, and if you rise, there's a higher pressure in the envelope, and the gas will go out through the lower appendix, it's called, and will have the same pressure as the surrounding air.
Anything else coming through there? Not at the moment. Listen, follow the race. Keep checking it on the tracking. Altitude, distance, tracks. It's all there for you. live.gordonbennett.aero. We're going to get a little bit of a snack and we'll be back with the evening show at 8:30. Don't miss a beat. Join us then live. Gordon Bennett TV. We'll see you then.